Hi, my name is Brett Binder, and I just want to give my testimony about how the Lord changed my life and changed me from, someone who didn't really have much purpose or effect on anybody to someone who affected lots of people. And just want to share that with you so you can be encouraged too. Um, I got saved when I was actually a little kid in kindergarten. I was at Sunday school, and the teacher, said, was talking about Jesus and said, if you want to accept Jesus, go and talk to your parents. And so I did that, and my dad told me how to say the sinner's prayer and stuff. I didn't say it with him, actually. I waited until I was alone and said it on my own. And I just wanted to be encouragement for those doing Sunday school. If you're doing a part of that, you may not see the results yourself, but knowing that you're having an effect for those kids. But I was pretty lukewarm most of my life, but I did keep out of, I won't say I kept out, but God kept me from a lot of things. I really thank God for that. But I wasn't too serious for the Lord, read my Bible here and there and prayed a little, but didn't do a whole lot. And I just believe God was with me that whole time. And then I joined the Navy. I was in the Navy for 6 years before I got out, and it was at that time that God really decided to grab hold of my heart. I actually got out in August of 2001. Kind of an interesting time to get out. But I think it was God's plan. And that time I was going to a secular university. But we had a creationist speaker come and speak at our church on a Wednesday night. And at that time, I very rarely went to church on Wednesday. And he came, and I was just blown away by what he was saying. Because I had never, if you told me we evolved from apes, I would have said, no, not, of course not. But if you said the earth is millions of years old, dinosaurs are millions of years old, I probably would have said, yeah, that's all they teach in the schools. That's all they allow you to teach. So when he said the earth is only 6,000 years old and dinosaurs lived with man and all these layers are proof of Noah's flood and not millions of years, I was like, wow, my eyes were so opened. And even the next day he was coming back to speak again. I invited my brother and my mom to come, and they came, and I just kind of became evangelist on the first day. That God really touched my heart. But what I did is I just went and researched the subject. And again, I said it several times, go and research the subject of creation if you haven't done so. At least watch a seminar on it, because it's really eye-opening. We don't get that teaching, even in the church a lot of times. And the Bible does teach about some of these things. So God touched me, and I decided to study and learn those things on my own. I got some materials, read some books, and God just started to open my eyes more and more. And while I was doing that, I came across, how some different religions are doing things, I just remember being very broken over watching thousands of people worship a statue. And I said, I got to tell people, what God has showed me. So that really stirred me up to get out there and be a witness. And so I just, tried to look up different ways to evangelize and witness to people. I'm a very shy person. When I was growing up in high school, when I got on the bus, I didn't talk to anybody at all. If someone came and talked to me, I wouldn't even talk back. I was that shy. So I didn't really have any friends or anything. I'm a very shy person. And to be an evangelist is, an amazing work of God, I must say. So I started to research some other things too. Things I was passionate about. I'm a big sci-fi fan, so I looked up, what about aliens and life on other worlds and stuff, and looked up dinosaurs and read about prophecy and end times and things like that. So just learned about all the other lies, because people don't talk about those things. If they do, uh, they don't have the right ideas according to what the Bible says. So, in doing that, I started reading the Bible more and really studying, see what it has to say. And, decided I wanted to go to Bible college. But at that time, I was still doing my degree at a secular university, or community college, actually. So I decided to finish that, and but during that time, I tried to witness to the teachers and whoever I could, and just started to go out on the street and pass out tracts and put tracts in books and park benches and bathrooms, and just trying to be a witness wherever I could. And so I did that for a while, and then went off to Bible college. First went to Marietta, to the Calvary Chapel Bible College there, and they have extension campuses throughout the world. So when it came time for the meeting on different ones, I just felt God lead me to go to Hungary. I had no aspirations to go there before. God totally led me there. But we also had some missionaries speak at the Bible college, and they were so inspiring, telling us, they had stacks of letters of people requesting missionaries. That they're, truly the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. And so I was really inspired to do something. So I kind of joined a missions trip to France in conjunction with me going to Hungary. So I did that, and then in Hungary, the first day I got there, met Prince Lawrence, who was a Nigerian. He said he was going back to Nigeria to start a church, and didn't have anyone to go with him. So I said, okay, I'll go with you. I told God before I left that I was looking for an open door, any open door that I found I would go through, seeing that was God's will. And so I actually went with him that end of that semester, and never finished Bible college, just stayed on the mission field for the next 6 years. So during that time, there's a whole nother list of things I could talk about. I encourage you to go and read my newsletters on the website there that go through all that if you're interested. But God really provided for me that time, because I went, with no support or anything. God just provided all my needs for all that time. And even while I was there, God provided me a wife too. And I'm just really thankful for my wife, Glory. We have one child now, Isabel. She's growing fast. I just wanted to tell one testimony I left out. When I was in Hungary, before I left, I had an apartment that I left, and then when I went to Bible college, I had a truckload full of things, and God was teaching me to live less and less. So when I went to Hungary, I had to just bring a few bags. When I went to Nigeria, I had to bring even less. And at that point, it was really hard, and I was having to leave a lot of things behind. And I was just wondering, for weeks, I knew this flight was coming up, and I was like, where am I going to put all this stuff? And I was just wondering, where can I put these things? What am I going to do with all this stuff? And stuff I didn't even need. The one thing was a big down jacket. What am I going to need that for in Africa? And but I don't know. I still wanted to bring it for some reason. I don't know. So God had to speak to me, and one day I just opened up my Bible before devotions, and I just felt I should turn to verse 17, and I happen to be in Luke chapter 12. And there it says, he wondered within himself, where shall I store all these crops? I was just thinking, wow, I just had to close my Bible. It couldn't have been any clearer than me speaking to you now. I was wondering in myself, where should I put this stuff? And of course, if you read the story, you'll see it was about a rich man who had an abundance of things, and instead of giving it away to help others, he wanted to store it up for himself. That's a selfish person, and it's not a good thing. So God had to teach me to get rid of all those things, surrender all to the Lord. So I hope this testimony was encouraging to you. And if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to talk to you. God bless you.